What if I told you there's one common mistake that could cost you thousands of dollars, or worse, land you in court when selling your home in San Jose? This mistake catches so many sellers off guard, but the good news is it's completely avoidable. Stick with me and I'll show you exactly how to protect yourself and how to avoid this costly pitfall. So what I'm talking about is improper disclosures, and they are one of the top reasons why sellers end up in lawsuits. In California, it's a huge issue, so let's make sure you're not next on that list. I've been helping San Jose homeowners navigate the real estate market for over 20 years. And during that time, I've served on ethics hearings, managed an office for the #1 brokerage in the country, and helped hundreds of clients avoid costly mistakes. One of the most common mistakes I've seen by far is sellers not handling their disclosures properly. In California, disclosure laws are strict and the stakes are high, but by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to protect yourself from legal risks and to sell your home with confidence. So it's important to understand that disclosures are legally required documents that inform buyers about the condition of your property, and this is everything from a leaky roof to noisy neighbors. Think of it as a full report card on your home. But here's the catch. If you leave something out, whether intentionally or by accident, you could face serious consequences down the road, long after the sale. Now, I've seen this firsthand. While managing an office, I encountered sellers who failed to disclose a serious issue with their property, a difficult neighbor. The sellers had years of tension with this neighbor, including multiple incidents where they had to call the police. Instead of disclosing these past issues, they chose to keep quiet, hoping it wouldn't be a problem for the new buyers. Well, unfortunately, the buyers found out soon after moving in when the neighbor started causing trouble again, yelling over the fence, filing baseless complaints, and even confronting them in their own driveway. Things escalated when the buyers discovered by talking to neighbors that the police had been called multiple times in the past by the previous owners. Now, these new buyers were feeling blindsided and betrayed, and so when they confronted the seller, instead of addressing the situation, the sellers dismissed it, claiming it wasn't their responsibility anymore. The result? A lawsuit, thousands of dollars in damages, and an enormous amount of stress for everyone involved, except for the attorneys. They made out just fine. Now, this could have all been avoided with full transparency up front. If the sellers had disclosed the neighbor issues properly, the buyers could have made an informed decision and both parties could have avoided the legal and emotional toll. Honesty and disclosure go a long way in protecting everyone in the transaction. Remember, in California, sellers are required to disclose anything that could materially affect a buyer's decision to purchase the home at a given price. This includes structural issues, past water damage, and as I mentioned before, even neighborhood nuisances. The consequences of not doing so can be severe: lawsuits for misrepresentation, financial penalties, and a damaged reputation that follows you long after the sale is over. Now, if you're asking yourself, should I disclose this issue? The answer is almost always yes. In fact, if you are asking a good agent how to go about avoiding disclosing something, our advice would always be to immediately seek the advice of a qualified California real estate attorney, because a real estate agent simply isn't qualified to offer such advice. In fact, if you do go that route, do this before you disclose anything to your agent, because they are legally bound to disclose any material facts, and they aren't going to risk their license for the sale of any home. So, how do you handle disclosure properly? Let me walk you through a few simple steps. First, start early. Before you put your home on the market, gather all the documents you still have in your possession: inspection reports, repair records, and any receipts for work done, no matter how far back. In California, if the document is in your possession, you're required to provide it to the buyer before they remove their contingencies. Do not give them a box of non-disclosed past issues at the end of the sale when they are getting the keys to their new home. Next, be thorough. Walk through the home several times and think about every issue you've encountered in the home. Was there a past leak in the roof 5 years ago? A plumbing issue you repaired? Disclose it. And don't forget that in California, you're legally required to disclose deaths on the property that occurred within the last 3 years unless it is HIV related. Finally, work with a great agent. Your agent should guide you through the disclosure process and help you identify anything you might have missed. If your agent isn't thoroughly reviewing your documents and asking great follow-up questions, that's a big red flag. A seasoned agent ensures your disclosures are complete and accurate before providing them to potential buyers. And lastly, I'd strongly encourage you to order a pre-sale home inspection. Most sellers here in the Bay Area provide pre-sale inspections up front, and buyers have really come to expect it here. I've seen many instances where sellers skip this step and buyers lose interest quickly. Homes with inspections up front offer transparency and peace of mind, making it easier for buyers to say yes to your home. And when you provide complete and honest disclosures, you protect yourself in several ways. It reduces the chance of buyers backing out, avoids legal disputes down the road, and builds trust with buyers, which can lead to smoother negotiations throughout the transaction. All of our sellers follow this process and they enjoy a much more stress-free sale. The bottom line is that the biggest mistake sellers make is failing to provide proper disclosures. Protect yourself by starting early, being thorough, and working with an experienced agent. I'm very passionate about helping all of you homeowners navigate these challenges and sell with confidence. If you're planning to sell or have questions, feel free to reach out. I'd love to help. I also have a free home seller's guide with more helpful tips, and I'll put a link in the description. And don't forget to check out my other videos for more great content. Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, for more content similar to this, smash that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.